Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm your game bastard, Kyle.
I'm Austin. No, wait, I'm Todd. I just thought I was Austin because of how badly I rolled in the last game.
I'm also Austin, I guess. I used to be a Corey.
I'm Springtrap.
Yeah, Austin, you did fine on your rolls. You killed a Decepticon.
Yeah.
We are playing Transformers, which is why they're Decepticons. The new RPG from Renegade, using the D20 Essence system. If you want to know more about that, we go over some of the details in the previous episode. We also have a bunch of G.I. Joe playthroughs, which uses the same system. This is, of course, a direct continuation of last episode where the Autobots S-Team, Slider, Suzon, and Springtrap are investigating Decepticon activity around Mount St. Helens.
Yeah, you may think that we're the S team because all of our names start with S, but actually that's just like, if A is like number one on the Transformer teams,
Right.
we are S.
Team S.
Yeah, the A-Team is Optimus and Bumblebee and
Right.
Jazz.
Sure.
Yeah.
There is no T-Team. So in the last episode, you raced to Mount St. Helens to determine what was going wrong. The ground was rumbling and shaking as if there was going to be a volcanic eruption. And the Decepticons have erected a force field around the peak of the mountain. And you can see Decepticons on top of Mount St. Helens. There's new infrastructure being constructed there, tall Cybertronian-style pylons. And you had an altercation with two Decepticons and barely killed them.
Yeah.
Two Decepticons that each had one hit point each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it took 30 minutes.
And we almost killed a National Guardsman.
You almost killed Sergeant David Ruchalski.
Is he still rolling down the hill?
He disappeared into the wilderness.
Oh.
He'll be fine.
He emerges 20 years later, feral,
A changed man.
riding a grizzly.
You are on a service road that winds up Mount St. Helens. Recovering after the battle. You all gain one energon.
Okay.
It does not exceed your max capacity, so if you didn't spend any, you get nothing.
Okay. We also get a story point for a new session, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So the three of you transform into your alt mode, which is car mode for those of you who not read the rules. Slider being a food truck, Suzon a Mary Kay car, and I'm guessing Springtrap does not turn into his alt mode of a printer and is just still riding in Slider's cab.
Yeah.
You guys drive up the service road. You know this takes you to one entrance for the old Autobot Energon facility. Before you can reach it, though, on the side of a cliff, the green energy shield that the Decepticons erected comes down the mountain and blocks the way forward. It's crackling with electrical arcs. And on the other side is a Decepticon, Starscream.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
He's in bot mode.
Oh, boy.
Ha! Stupid Autobots! Your friends are chasing Megatron, and here we are, we're going to make this volcano erupt and flood your own facility with energon that we will use to build a spaceship to go back to Cybertron. Or open a mini-mart. I don't know. Megatron doesn't tell me anything.
Well, we're not talking to clouds on a sunny day. Suzon reaches into her purse and pulls out some vanishing cream to try to wipe on the force field. See if that works.
So before your Cybertronian hand touches it, there's this arc of green electricity that zaps you and singes your fingers. It does no damage, but you know that if you tried to bash through it, it would inflict wounds.
Oh, thank goodness I got some aloe.
Starscream laughs. Ha ha ha! My shield is unbreakable! We're fueling it with the volcano's fury. But don't worry, we angled it so that the lava won't fall on us. It will just go to the human towns.
You're very generous with your explanations of everything about your evil plot.
Watch Transformers. This is in character.
So while they've been talking, Springtrap is looking around trying to analyze the breakdown of this force field and what is generating it.
Okay.
Is this like a dome, the force
Yes.
field? Okay.
There's an energy dome over the
Gotcha.
peak of Mount St. Helens. Over part of it. Like part of the caldera is exposed, and there's lava. You can see the occasional stone blowing out of it as the volcano bubbles. What were you saying, Austin? Do you have science skills and things?
I do. I've got science and technology.
Technology. This would be Cybertronian technology.
All right. So that means I get an edge, rolling a D12 and a D4, or
So
two
this-
D12s and a D4.
This is DC 10.
Okay. All right. I rolled a total of 16.
So this is a fairly standard Cybertronian war shield. It will have a phased matter array on top that's pushing out the energy. They can be knocked down. It takes a lot of firepower, which you don't have. Judging from the occasional shocks going through the ground, the volcano is going to erupt way before you could go to the Ark and get heavy weapons and come back.
Can we burrow under the ground to get under?
That was my first thought.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, you said this domed force field is on the side of the mountain. It's not encompassing the peak.
It encompasses part of it, part of the
Okay.
peak. You can actually see the phased array jetting up above the mountainside. It's like coming out of one side of the caldera and projecting the dome over half of it. And on the half it's protecting is where they have been building out the rest of the Energon facility
Gotcha.
to begin manufacturing. So you could burrow under it, but you also know the Autobots built this Energon facility, and there definitely should be some other entrances elsewhere on the mountain. You guys sealed it all in, but there would be more than one way in.
Is there any way we can like find some sort of port and R2D2 that shit to kind of get, find the other entrances?
Well, speaking of R2D2,
That's what I'm saying.
as the only bot that can technically fly, Springtrap turns into a printer.
Okay.
I'm sure this confuses Starscream for a moment.
What?
But then little jets pop out from underneath, and he kind of hovers away.
Did you turn into a cough drop? Throat lozenge? I don't even know what that is. But I hate it instantly.
So what I want to do is fly up and basically recon the side of the mountain that's not covered by the force field.
So the opposite side.
Yeah.
Away from the Decepticons. Okay, good. Because if you fly right up over the shield, there's Decepticon jets.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm not prepared for dog fights.
what skill are you using to search the opposite side of the mountain?
I guess alertness is going to have to be it.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll alertness. DC 15.
Can I help with this?
Possibly. Now, he has flown away and around the mountain. You guys are still talking trash to Starscream. How are you helping?
I shout to Springtrap, I'm so proud of you.
Moral support?
Yeah.
Sure. He doesn't get that a lot.
No, why would he?
Yeah, Austin, roll your alertness, DC 15.
Okay.
And you can take an edge or an upshift.
I'll take the edge. Rolled a 23.
So on this side of the mountain, according to the blueprints you have on file of the Energon facility, there would have been loading bays, which the Autobots all covered when they decommissioned the facility. But as you fly down, you see essentially a cave opening, very narrow, very small, that no normal transformer could fit through, leading to what must be one of the old loading bays.
This is a job for Springtrap. And he turns back into a bot and
Falls 2,000 feet because he was high in the air when he saw it. Springtrap flies down, gets the opening. There's moss and grass covering over it. He wiggles through. It's very small. Even a human would have trouble getting in.
yeah.
Clambers down a rocky slope and hits hard metal, the floor of the old loading facility. And you can see a tunnel heading to the abandoned storage area, essentially warehouse. There will be definitely access ways up to where the Decepticons are working, because they're extending the facility up through the mountain. The Autobots never took it that far, but obviously they've been finishing what the Autobots started.
All right. Before I get up there, as an experiment, I'm used to making changes to my robot body.
Sure.
Are there any areas where I could temporarily augment myself?
Maybe. What do you have something specific in mind, or are you just looking to do some coke?
I mean, I'm always down for that, but what I'm thinking is more like you remember those APCs in Matrix Revolutions?
I don't.
Like a robot inside a robot. Like
Basically, mech suits.
like mech suits.
Oh, I see. A load lifter from Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be if you spend a story point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll say that there are a bunch of Autobot loading drones which kind of look like the robot that RoboCop kills in RoboCop 1. But instead of gun arms, they have these big claws for loading Energon cubes.
Like ED-209.
ED-209, yeah. And Springtrap can just modify and like slot into the back and activate it.
Nice.
So you're about half as big as a normal Transformer.
Okay.
And you start stomping up. So while you're doing that, Starscream finally finishes, and that's why Autobots will lose, because you're dumb. Ha! I have to go pick up Megatron's dry cleaning. And he turns into a jet and flies up through the shield, and you can see it open for him to exit and leave.
Springtrap, I don't know what you're doing in there, but I need you to speed it up. Slider's supposed to cater the Rotary Club meeting this month.
So, Austin, make a routine science roll to find the power conduits for the geothermal sink that are running up to the shield.
Okay.
Well, actually, roll technology, and then you use science to mess with them.
All right. So I'm rolling with an edge and a D4. Yeah, that's a 21, 22.
Yeah, you only have to go up one level. There's a large central conduit. Think a power cable about the size of an average house running through the heart of the mountain.
All right, Autobots, I've found the power source for the force field. Prepare to attack. Just do whatever you normally do.
Thank you.
So, Austin, this is the energy cable.
Okay.
There's not controls or anything around. What is Springtrap's plan here?
He has an influence of machinist. I'm
Sure.
assuming he has some sort of expertise or at least comprehension of how this power source would work. I mean, this is drawing on
Yeah.
basic energon.
Springtrap would have a basic understanding of how this works in terms of the science and the functionality. What you need is some way to divert the power. You probably can't cut this conduit.
Okay.
That is probably beyond your capabilities.
Okay.
Without real tools, but you could potentially divert it. You could maybe cause the power flow to flutter. I don't know. What are you thinking?
So Springtrap takes the kind of forklift-looking arms of the loading drone and kind of drives them onto either side of the cable, and then there's this hydraulic hiss as he makes the forks extend in opposite directions, and it kind of bends the line in a way that, like, seriously, like, kinks it like a water hose.
Sure.
That's how electricity works.
Well, what I'm hoping for is to cause some sort of short, like if two
Right.
two separate wires get crossed over each other.
You could make it flicker. So roll your science. We'll say it's difficulty 10.
Okay.
I don't know. That's too easy. Difficulty 15.
Okay. All right. I don't have any modifiers for
Yeah.
that.
This is challenging.
Yeah. 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Wow.
What is
And
happening?
a 4 on the D. No, I'm sorry. 18. But rolled a 2 on the D2. So that's a crit.
That is a crit. So there's a basic energy shield around the claws on this lifter. It's not something you can really see. It's just there to insulate them against Energon. And using his science knowledge,
Yeah.
Springtrap starts cycling power from the cable into those shields to manipulate it, and he's doing this feedback loop. And
He gets shocked several times while doing this.
and on the surface, Slider and Susan see the shield start to flicker on and off, and then it shuts down more than long enough for them to cross over. They move across it, going up the road. It's still even flickering, and you charge the batteries on this lifter to maximum, which gives you a bonus energon.
All right. Thank you.
It has to be spent this adventure. It's gone.
Okay.
That's from the crit. So I assume Slider and Susan are in their alt modes, car
Yes.
modes.
Sure.
Yes.
For speed sake.
Yeah.
Before we transform, Suzanne looks to Slider and says, "Oh, honey, come here real quick." And she licks her hand and you got a cow lick there.
Okay. Susan and Slider are driving up this gravel road through trees. Then you get to the part of the mountain where there are no trees. There's bits of snow all around you. You go up the steep incline, burst onto a flat artificial plateau covered in Cybertronian metal. There's a huge, energy pylon rising up before you. It's the phased array. You can see the force shield flickering all around you. At the top of the array is a Decepticon glaring down, and a swarm of hunter-killer drones begin descending. Decepticons in jet forms are closing in along the side of the mountain. which has been sheared down, there are large access ways where you can see equipment that they've set up to haul energon cubes out of the depths of the earth. You hear this stomping sound, and a load lifter comes out with half of an Epson printer connected to the back, just crackling with energy. And you hear a voice, Decepticons, attack! Roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Slider looks up at all the jets and everyone heading towards them and says, "This reminds me of Lunch Rush."
I'm rolling with a snag on initiative.
Suzanne has a D2.
I am also rolling with a snag.
Uh-oh, party time.
Okay. Ooh, pretty good. 13.
Suzanne got a 19.
I rolled a 20 and a 1.
Hey.
Jesus, nice.
Nice.
And Kyle, since you're writing down the initiative order, I'm going to go ahead and spend my extra energon point
Okay.
to work the numbers and move Todd up to. Can I just pick where he goes in initiative, or can I shift him one space?
I would say you can move him wherever you want if it doesn't specify.
Okay. It doesn't specify, so I'm going to put him up front.
Above Susan?
Yeah.
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Sorry.
2 ends.
Okay, so just to set the scene, there's the energy pylon, which is the size of a redwood. That towers up over the mountain. The energy shield is flickering. Occasionally, the entire peak shakes as Mount St. Helens gets ready to erupt. Lava balls are being fired out of the top every once. There's a huge cloud of black smoke. There's 2 Decepticon jets coming in, a swarm of hunter-killer drones, and a Decepticon at the top of the phased array controlling things. Slider, you were moved up by Springtrap. What do you want to do?
My speed is 1, so I have one thing I could do because I'm in my alt mode.
Kyle, can we say he transformed before initiative started back into bot mode?
Yeah, I mean, you guys would have arrived with a fight.
Yeah, you want to get comfortable
Knowing you're gonna-
after a long drive.
Well, sure,
You
yeah.
want to
Be in a
stretch.
fight, yeah.
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 I actually think you can specify at the beginning of combat what mode you're in.
Oh, okay.
Now, before, you guys were sort of ambushed, so you didn't really have a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
But
that
we
makes
know
sense.
we're running into a fight here,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, you can start in bot mode, Todd. That's fine.
Okay. We have jets coming in,
Yep.
and what are the other ones?
A swarm of hunter-killer drones.
What do they look like?
They're Cybertronian drones, so they're about the size of a refrigerator. Sleek, rounded, with maneuvering fins and repulsor devices on the bottom. They have targeting lasers on them. And there's a
Slider-
bunch of them, but they're only one target.
Okay. Slider is going to turn his attention to the drones,
Okay.
and he's going to take out his frag grenade,
Okay.
Cool.
and he's going to aim in the direction of the droids.
Which I'm guessing for a transformer, a frag grenade is probably the size of a washing machine.
Right.
Still does 1 sharp damage, though.
Well, of course.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah. And so a Slider takes out the grenade. He holds it aloft, and he says, Slider says, today's special, pain.
It's the weirdest Bob Dole chef robot.
I know, right? So my targeting is a D2.
Suzanne would like to help if possible.
Sure. What
So-
is Suzanne doing?
She's going to slip Slider. It's a new product here at Mary Kay. It's kind of a facial scrub made out of pine tar.
Okay.
So basically, she slips Slider some of that in order to, like baseball players do, to like kind of juice
Yeah.
the ball or whatever.
Sure,
Gonna
sure.
juice the grenade.
Does it make it a sticky grenade?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
there
yeah.
we go. Yeah.
So does that give him an edge or an upshift?
I think Edge is better in this situation.
I agree. Now, so are you going to forsake your action to help him out?
Well, I have more than one action, so I can do that.
That's true.
Cool. Yeah, I do that.
Okay, so I'm rolling with an edge, so that'll be 2D20 and a D2.
Targeting number is 11.
16.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
I assume you did not roll a crit on the D2.
Actually, I did.
Okay, so it does double damage.
Ooh, that stuff is great. It can get rust off too. It does many things.
Slider's thankful.
Slider chucks this grenade with a significant amount of force. It smashes through one hunter killer, just blasts him into pieces, and that slows it enough that it hits another one and sticks on. And you see the drone drop as the weight, and it slowly goes back up to join the others just as it goes beep, beep, burp. Massive explosion wipes out half the swarm. The others are knocked off course. They're darting around trying to recalibrate. And it is Suzan's turn.
Okay, Suzanne looks to Slider and says, I'm sorry about this in advance. I'm going to have to bring out my little friend. He is full of pee-pee and vinegar. Because Suzanne doesn't cuss.
Sure.
It's tacky. So she reaches into her purse and she's like, honey, it's time to wake up. We got to fight. And pulls out a tube of lipstick, which we know is Wizard Lips, her minicon. She throws him towards the pylon.
Okay.
You know what to do, honey. Smash him up. So he transforms into his robot wizard form.
So it really just more looks like a robot appears out of thin fucking air.
Well, out of a purse.
Which is where most robots come from.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter. And Wizard Lips lands to the ground with a thud and screams, I emerge! I am Wizard Lips! And Wizard Lips means me!
Oh, God.
Woman! What would you have me smash today? Suzanne be like, yep, honey, take care of the pylon. Another pylon.
At the top of the phased array, 200 feet above, there's a Decepticon. He's all blue and silver, looks down, sees this. Shit.
So Wizard Lips, one of his weapons, he doesn't have a ton of stuff. He's not like the main characters we have. He's got pretty low stats and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But he does have a couple of weapons. He has a mini laser and he has Hammer Hand.
Oh.
Which I think one of like Shockwave's cassette robots had that, and it's basically like two giant hammers that like hammer into the ground like hydraulically.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah. That I don't know what they were supposed to do, but
Just shake things up.
yeah.
Yeah.
There were two of them, two Decepticons I think that had that.
Oh man, it's such a cool thing. Yeah. How could you only have one?
We need two hammer robots.
So Wizard Lips runs to the pylon and engages his hammer hands
Sure.
on the side of it.
To smash it.
Yeah.
I guess Might or Brawn. Maybe Brawn.
If it's a choice between the two, I would rather use Might.
Yeah, Might works for me. I think Brawn is mainly for lifting things and carrying. And
Yeah, I think typically in G.I. Joe we use Might as like
Punching.
physical.
Punching.
Like, yeah.
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 This is punching. Wizard Lips has a D6 in Might, and that's pretty much all he's good for.
Lord.
Because Suzanne sucks so bad at fighting, like I put everything into strength with this little feller.
So this is just a stationary object. It's pretty easy to hit. Now it has some armor on it.
Okay.
So it's DC 5 to do damage to it.
Okay. That's a natural 20 and a 4.
Nice.
Kick ass. Is that
Yeah.
So in this game, a natural 20 doesn't do anything, but there are degrees of success. So if an attack roll doubles the targeted defense, it's considered a high degree of success, and you apply any numerical effects 2 times over.
Okay.
So this did it 4 times as much.
Yeah.
So you do 4 times the damage.
Ooh.
So you do 4 damage.
Okay.
So he shatters the outer metal carapace of this pylon and is hammering into the concrete innards, and it starts creaking and bending and shifting, and it is almost down because it had 5 hit points.
Oh, wow.
And now it has 1 remaining.
wow.
And I thought, 5? That'll take forever.
Wizard Lips looks to the transformer on top of the tower and shouts, I cast thee down from all things, Saruman of many colors.
Oh, shit. What is that psycho talking about? And it's bending, just twisting, just about to fall, and it is...
Does Suzanne get more of a turn than disconnecting from her? I think that's just a move for her.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a free action to
Okay.
deploy my minicon.
So Suzanne can still do something.
Okay.
Oh, it's a free action, not even a move action.
Yeah. Suzanne is going to take a shot with her shotgun again at the tower to try to finish it off.
Okay.
So she once again juts. Aimingly.
Interesting.
Okay. So that makes my targeting a D4. And
Yes.
what is my this is against the large stone thing's evasion.
It's a 5.
Okay. That's a 20.
So there's this energy blast from the shotgun, slams into the crack, the huge gaping wound that Wizard Lips opened. There's an explosion of metal and stone, and it creaks and snaps and then just falls over, tumbling towards the cliff. Half of it lands on the plateau you guys are on, and where it hits the edge, it snaps off, and the Decepticon and the top of the array go tumbling down the mountainside. You hear, shit.
Wizard Lips, honey, I am so proud of you.
Silence, woman!
And the rumbling of the mountain stops
Oh.
and goes quiet. Yeah, it's going to be cool. There's going to be lava coming out, and lava stones were going to fall on you guys. There was a chance it would hit you each round until you destroyed the pylon.
You didn't account for Wizard Lips.
I didn't account for anybody being able to do more than a point of damage in this game.
That's fair.
So,
Can we just, like, shoot at the jets for fun?
I mean, they're still going to try to come kill you.
Okay.
Okay,
So, and they're still half of a 100 kilogram
Oh, okay.
swarm. And it is Springtrap's turn.
All right, Springtrap's feeling ready.
In his avatar mech suit.
So I want to look for a piece of debris, whether like a metal
Well, there's a
container
lot of it, Austin.
or a piece of the pylon itself, something big.
There's shattered boulders that came out of the pylon, huge chunks of metal, Cybertronian mechanisms of bizarre intent.
So Springtrap kind of waddles in the loader suit over to this gigantic boulder and says, "Paper tray empty, insert more," and picks up the rock and hurls it at one of these jets.
Damn it.
I picture Springtrap looking like the brave little toaster in a mech suit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can we attach googly eyes to Springtrap?
Sure, yeah. Throwing is targeting, so targeting.
Okay. And I'm going to spend my other Energon point to upshift one.
Their evasion 13.
Okay. So I'm rolling a D20 and a D4.
You spent your bonus energon, I assume.
Yeah, I already spent that one to move Todd up in the ranks.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, nope. Rolled a 9.
So you throw this huge boulder, arcs through the air, the jets dodge out of the way because they are jets. And it is the Hunter Killers. They recalibrate, reform, and fire on Slider. Is your evasion a 5?
My evasion is an 11.
Then laser blasts fall all around you, but none manage to hit you or penetrate your armor because I rolled a 2 on the D20. One of the Decepticons flies in the jet form, transforms, and they can do it in a free action, and they're going to spend a story point. It comes in, it's falling through the air. The Decepticon transforms into bot mode in the air, falling down towards Springtrap, and Energon Spike forms out of his fist. Rolled a 2 on the D20.
Damn, Daddy.
So Springtrap dodges nimbly out of the way,
Printerly.
and the Energon blade just slams into the plateau, makes this huge crater. The other Decepticon
Sorry, buddy. Try turning it off and turning it back on again.
comes into a landing
now?
slide.
That is what it sounded like, isn't it?
Wait,
I've gone through all my characters as Transformers.
the sergeant's back.
My voice box is malfunctioning.
If you keep going, eventually you'll just get back to Springtrap.
Yeah.
And this guy transforms into a bot, comes doing this cool slide on the top of the plateau, and is firing at Suzan. He's going to spend his Energon point to upshift. 17 on the D20, so 19 versus your evasion.
That hits.
He unleashes with his mini laser on his arm, and you take 1 laser damage.
Ouch.
And now it would be the turn for the lava blocks to fall, but since you guys ruined that, we'll just skip back to Slider.
Slider is going to turn his attention to the bot that just shot Suzanne.
Gotcha. He's a couple dozen paces away, recalibrating his laser for another shot at Mary Kay. He hates Mary Kay.
Slider is going to take out his air fryer shotgun, which he stores, in what would be his abdomen.
Sure.
It opens like an oven door.
I
And
say,
he reaches in and pulls out the shotgun, and he is going to aim.
gotcha.
Upshifts my targeting to D4.
Target number 13.
That is a 24.
Ooh.
Cool.
And that's a crit on the 4-sided die.
Yes.
Oh, so it's 2 points of damage. So how does that destroy this Decepticon?
The blast from the shotgun hits the Decepticon right in the chest, exploding it and driving him backwards. Screams, a robot scream as he is blown backward,
Scream.
falling off the mountain. As he goes tumbling off the side of the mountain, he hits tree limbs all on his way down, like ripping off an arm here and a foot there. And finally, when the last piece of him hits the ground, it explodes.
The head is carried through the forest, knocks down a pine tree, and passes within inches of Sergeant Richalski. Oh gosh, darn! This place is something like off of a horror movie where like robots fall from the sky.
Years later, Sergeant Richalski develops a technology and creates a race of armored Kodiaks who emerge to take over planet Earth.
Suzanne's turn.
So there's just one Decepticon left, right?
There's half of a hunter-killer drone swarm and one Decepticon.
Gotcha.
Though the hunter-killers seem very, very disoriented, as if what was controlling them has suddenly been knocked out of the sky and fell down the mountainside to explode.
Okay, in that case, she's gonna focus on the other Decepticon. Where's he at in relation to me?
He is at an angle towards the edge of the cliff where he tried to stab Springtrap.
Okay. So Suzanne is going to, she's not much of a fighter. She's going to try to provide a distraction so one of the other allies can take a crack at this guy. So she's going to walk towards him. She's like, honey, real quick, if you got a second, can you show me how to change my Facebook profile picture? Very sweetly. You can't turn down Susan. I mean, come on.
Sure.
Can I roll my persuasion to do this?
To distract him?
Yes. Okay. That's a D8.
Good Lord.
That's all
So
she's got.
this will be against his will, which is 12.
Okay.
This will give Springtrap an edge and an upshift.
Okay. Springtrap, honey, I'm sorry. She rolled a 7.
Oh.
God damn it.
The Decepticon glances towards Suzanne. I'm not tech support. And he looks down at Springtrap, but I will fix a printer.
When he looks over, this giant loading drone is flying toward him. But what he doesn't know is that Springtrap has leapt from atop the loading drone and is higher up in the air, hurtling towards him with his blade aloft.
Okay, well, that'll give
Wow.
you... We'll say that's basically like help, because the loading drone is going to be gone, but it's worth an edge.
Ooh, cool.
All right, cool.
Much like Anakin and Obi-Wan ejecting from their fighters
Yes.
Yeah.
on the Grievous. God, that's
Yeah.
Why am I a nerd?
So as
Why are you guys so nerdy to get that joke?
There is no God.
And it didn't even deserve a laugh. I hope nobody at home enjoyed that.
All right.
Minus 15 patriotism.
Numbers just collapse overnight.
We're way into role-playing games, so these guys are a tad too nerdy.
all right, so I'm rolling 2 D20s and a D4. What's my target number?
Evasion is 13.
Okay. So I rolled a 19.
Cool.
So as the Decepticon prepares to fire his blaster at this loading drone, he just hears this. And Springtrap lands on his head, jamming his blade deep into the robot's eye.
Ow, I hate you.
Springtrap
Ow.
hates eyes, I've noticed.
So the Decepticon is going to reach up and try to grab Springtrap. So he hits 23.
Oh, yeah.
What's your evasion? What's higher, your evasion or toughness?
My evasion is an 18.
So he reaches up, grabs Springtrap, holds him out in front of him, squeezes. You take 1 blunt damage.
Okay. Brings me down to 2.
And now we did skip Wizard Lips, Corey, so Wizard Lips can go down.
Oh, yeah. I guess Wizard Lips has the same initiative as Suzanne.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay. Wizard Lips sprints towards the remaining Decepticon and shouts, "Hands off the air fryer!" and uses his mini laser.
Okay, so that's targeting.
And what's my target number, Kyle?
13.
Wizard Lips has a D2 in targeting. That's a 16.
All right, how does he do it?
Wizard Lips unsheaths his mini laser, holds it high in the air before he brings it down to shoot, and shouts, "You shall not live!" and brings it down and fires for the other eye that Springtrap did not puncture.
Cool.
Thanks.
You know, Corey, I don't know that reference made us any less nerdy.
God damn it. I'll make some cool indie rock jokes about it next time.
The Decepticon is slain. Quiet falls over Mount St. Helens. And unfortunately, it does not erupt, killing 35,000 people in the surrounding area. So the three of you exfiltrate the area. You secure the Energon facility, hiding it from human eyes. Head back to the Ark.
We put
What's the point?
We put a bush on it.
Yeah. It's Transformers. You,
Robot parts everywhere.
Yeah.
it's fine. You swept it up.
Slider just picks up a tree and uses it like a broom. Just,
Matador meets you. You did well, S-Team. Good job.
Thank you, Matador. Thank you so much.
Cargo Bay C needs cleaning.
Oh.
And that's where we'll end. Good job, guys.
sorry we ruined your volcano apocalypse, Kyle.
It's okay.
It would have been cool.
I'm used to it. It'd been great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to think about.
Yeah.
We're never competent when you expect us to be.
No.
It would have been just like the planet Mustafar.
Hey, you're hard.
Wow. Wow. So I assume we'll play Transformers again.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
would
I like
to.
these characters. I really do.
They're going to level up. So next time you guys will be level 2.
Cool.
Okay.
We'll do that off air and bring the updates the next time we play.
Okay.
This Slider will have levels up. He gets a new gluten-free menu.
Yeah.
Right.
Cauliflower crust pizza.
Vegan options. Yeah.
Springtrap is no longer an inkjet. He's a toner.
So obviously this Transformers with the Essence system is very similar to G.I. Joe. But
Yeah.
what do you guys think about this iteration?
It's pretty cool. Like, any problems I have is the same problems I had with G.I. Joe. Like, the
Yeah.
damage is kind of wacky, and there's certain things that aren't explained in the book, you know?
Yeah.
But other than that, the system itself is fantastic.
I do enjoy the D20 Essence system.
Yeah.
I
lot
love
of
our
fun.
skills being quantified by dice instead of having to keep track of so many numbers.
Sure.
Sure. And these are both new games, like G.I. Joe
Yeah.
and Transformers. So I'm sure there will be improvements over time. But I mean, as a starting point for these systems, I absolutely love the system.
Yeah.
I like the way they did transforming.
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
think it works pretty smoothly.
Well, we were worried about that when we ordered this game
Yes.
a while, because I think Kyle said, if the Transformer rules suck, we're not playing it.
Well, because then,
Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, you might as well just play G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, it's true.
But they're
it's such an
pretty good.
important part of, converting is such a important part.
yeah.
Converters. More than meets the eye.
It's like Kmart had the GoBot knockoffs.
Yeah.
This would have been like the Target.
Dollar General.
Dollar General had the converters.
They probably do.
Yeah, that's true.
So overall, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
We'll have a new episode next week with a new game.
You know what we should do? We haven't done
that?
this in a while. We should do a Twitter poll because we got quite a lot of games in the pipeline.
Okay. Yeah.
We have a number of them.
Yeah, and we're recording this in advance, so you won't be able to vote on it. But we're going to do a Twitter poll because we got some games that could be a quick one-off version.
But
Or perhaps you already voted on it.
yeah, but if
exactly.
you didn't know it was a thing, this is a notice. Hey, check out our Twitter.
Yeah,
because we'll try to do stuff like this as much as we can.
Yeah, we did it originally. We did it a long time ago, and I think Jane Austen definitely won
Yes.
the first time.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to spoil anything, but thank you all for choosing Scrabble.
Okay, so here are the options. These will be in the Twitter poll that happened in the past. Cyberpunk Red from R. Telsorian Games. Call of Cthulhu Regency Cthulhu
Oh yeah,
from Chaosium Inc.
Regency meaning Jane Austen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
With
we
Cthulhu.
we have played Call of Cthulhu, but I believe that episode is only on our Patreon.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it will be.
Yes.
And then Fallout, the role-playing game, the starter set from Modiphius Entertainment.
Yeah, another 2D20.
Yeah, which
That was actually a request from one of our Twitter followers.
it was, and we got it, and
And we
we're-
love Modiphius, so we're like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I know I've only played Fallout maybe 3 very briefly. I don't know much about it, but
I've played all the way through 3.
Have you?
I love it. Yeah.
okay. Do you want to run it?
Maybe.
You don't have to.
I'll take a look
I don't
at
want to
it.
put you on the spot.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
But so that will be in the Twitter poll. You can go back and look and see who won. I don't know. I don't really care which one wins. I want to play all these.
Yeah, these are
for
all
sure.
pretty fucking fun.
Yeah, whichever one is picked, that's obviously what we'll do next. But eventually, we will get around to all 3 of those.
Yes, we're going to play all of these at some point. They're all look very cool. Very excited about them. Cyberpunk Red is supposed to be pretty rad.
Yeah, and I think there's a way to do polls on the Patreon too. So
So thank you to all our Patreon members.
yes, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for sticking with us for so long.
Yeah, these 3 games we bought with Patreon money.
That is true.
Yeah.
We love you.
And thank you to our sponsor, Barrel and Bond.
Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway, downtown Paducah, Kentucky. It's down by the river.
There's lava in the bathroom.
A
Lava.
Decepticon-free environment.
Yeah, the
Well-
floor is lava in the bathroom.
For reals.
Formerly a Decepticon-free environment. Right. There was an incident on New Year's.
Sure.
They had to take the days without Decepticon attack
Back to 0.
back to 0. One of the kegs was Decepticon.
But we appreciate them very much. And if you like whiskey, you should definitely pay them a visit.
Yeah, we legit love them. We wouldn't be pushing for
We're not in this for profit.
a business we
Well,
don't
hold on.
like.
I mean, if Ted's Outhouse offers us $20,000,
need to
it's
take
going to
a
be
shit.
Bastard Quest sponsored by Ted's Outhouse.
Well, it better be a fucking nice bathroom because we talk about Barrel and Bond's bathroom a lot.
That's very true.
No, we do, but it's still nice in there.
I've only been in their bathroom.
As far as with other than the dangers, it smells great,
Yeah.
which means a lot for a bathroom.
Yeah, it's like the last time I saw Kyle at Barrel and Bond, I was like, I had no idea you were here. And he was like, I've been here 5 hours.
Yeah.
I was just in the bathroom.
Come through the skylight. And right now you're thinking, bathroom with a skylight sounds unsafe. Let me assure you it is.
Yeah, for sure. Batman,
Kyle's killed many a man.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
for sure. Batman keeps dropping in
Ah, it's so annoying. Anyway,
as he does.
but thank you, listener.
Yes, thank you guys very much.
If you really had fun, please leave a rating, a star, little description on any of our podcast places.
Sure.
You can-
And follow us on these social medias.
Yeah.
We'll do some polls. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, we've got fun stuff going up all the time.
And you can email us at bastardquest@gmail.com if you really want to.
But, just there are many different ways to get in touch with us. And if you want to get like really personal, just shoot me a message on Facebook and I'll give you Austin's home phone number.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as far we use a lot of Patreon members as non-player characters on this. If you sign up for the Patreon and you'd rather us not use your name, we haven't really said that, but if you're uncomfortable with us using your name, you can message us when you sign up and we won't. You know.
Absolutely.
If
Yeah.
you just want to support us and give us a little belly rub with your money,
A little scratch behind the ear.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't opt out of that. That is not required.
Or you could give us your enemy's name. And we will use that and slaughter them.
it's very true. We'll use any name you want. That's-
Yeah, it's true.
Bastard Quest. We are okay with public slander.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.